welcome back to Opal and Mint. I am Ashley and today I'm going to be talking about another professional watercolor brand. When my husband and I were Christmas shopping, we decided to browse on Amazon to see what all watercolor brands you can find on Amazon and, you know, look for Christmas gifts for me because I just want all of the paint, evidently. Anyways, we stumbled upon this brand called White Nights. It is a brand that's been around for a very long time, but I had never heard of it. I am, within this past 6 months or so, new to exploring brands of paints. I've been sticking to one brand of paint for so long just to learn how to watercolor, and I think that's a fantastic idea when you're new. Stick with one brand. But now I am testing out a whole bunch of different ones. And so I thought I would give this one a try, and I've had so many comments of people wanting to know what I think about the White Nights paints. So I'm gonna paint something today and give you my thoughts on what I think at the moment. Keep in mind, I've only painted a few things with these, so this is not like I've been painting with these for 3 years kind of thing. So for a frame of reference of what paints I like, my go-to is Daniel Smith. That's what I use for any commission pieces. I like experimenting with other watercolors, but when it comes to doing professional work, I do stick with my Daniel Smith paints. But let's see if the White Nights can compare to my tried and trues. So let's go ahead, turn the camera around and start painting. Okay, so let's move, these are my Daniel Smiths. Let's move these aside. All right, so this is a professional watercolor brand. They have been around since, I believe, the 30s is what their website says. They have 134 colors in their range, I believe, but this particular set, like I said, we found on Amazon. This is the blue Birchbox set. One thing that I love about this is they are full-size pans. So you get a ton of paint. Just for reference, this is a half pan, and yeah, these will last me a very, very, very long time. There are quite a few colors in this as well, more colors than I personally need. I can't remember how many are in this set. Let me look up the details real quick. So this set on Amazon is a 48 full pan with squirrel brush. I actually haven't used the brush yet, so in my painting today, I'm going to be using this. This is a size 3 round brush. I forgot it was in here, honestly, when I was painting before, so I'm gonna try that out today. But 48 full pans, and on Amazon currently this is $180. So it is very expensive. It is not a cheap thing by any means, but again, this is professional quality paint, and it's a lot of stinking paint. So let's go ahead and see if these paints are fun to work with, easy to work with, if the color is there. Here is something I painted last night with it, so based on this, the intensity of the colors, I'm excited. So I want to kind of swatch these all out just in a loose cover the page kind of manner, and then I'm gonna get to painting. I did a quick little sketch here that we are going to paint today, but let's get a big piece of paper and just put this paper on. Something is causing this not to slide. Put some paint to paper. I like the box. I love this, but the only thing that is a little bit frustrating is I don't have anywhere to mix. So I have to have a separate palette, and none of those are ever clean for me. They're always dirty. Never have a clean palette. But anyways, I do wish I had somewhere to mix, but the box itself is beautiful, so I can't complain too much. Okay, I'm gonna use this paper, and this is a very inexpensive paper I got at Walmart, so this may not show the saturation of the colors as well as like a cotton paper would. But this is cotton, and what I'm going to be working on for the painting is cotton as well. So oh, I need water cups. I am not prepared. Giant piece of paper, lots of paint. Let's dive in. I'm actually going to be using this quill brush. This is from Master's Touch, and it's a size 6 quill. This is my first quill brush, and I'm in love. Oh, one thing I do want to I'm gonna hold this. It's quite large and cumbersome, so that is one downside to it. You need to make sure you have plenty of space. Okay. These paints, one thing I have noticed, and I'm just gonna start putting random color on the paper. But one thing I appreciate about these paints is they reactivate very easily. I have not sprayed or pre-wet these. I'm just taking a wet brush and going into these paints. And I personally don't spray my paints before I start painting. So I appreciate a paint that will re-wet with ease. So that may not matter to some because a lot of people do just wet their paints beforehand, but I like wetting them as I go. So, just taking this big mop brush, and I'm being messy here. So I just want to see how the colors will blend into each other and how they flow. That's the only thing I haven't done too much of, is a whole lot of just letting the colors do what they want to do. And the particular painting that I am planning on doing today is not going to be a whole lot of just plopping color down and letting it blend. So there are a lot of yellows and oranges in this set. This particular set I think is fantastic, but I don't think 48 colors are necessary, is what I'm trying to say. I think a couple of yellows, a couple of I don't actually use the orange, I mix my own. So having all of these colors in here I don't think is necessary. It is nice, I suppose, but I love to color mix, and so I don't need all of this. When it comes to the blues and greens, those are ones I like having excess of colors. But all of these reds, orange, and yellows, I personally don't need. Let's just put them on the paper. Does anybody else just sometimes take your paints and just, with no rhyme or reason, plop color on a page? Because sometimes that's the most fun. And then just like drop water in there. This one is pretty. Look at that color. I love the purples. These are gorgeous. What does this color look like? Stick it here. Oh yeah, that is a violet. I don't know the color names of these. I don't know if they're on the pans. Yes, I wrote them on the pans. They had the names on the wrapper. And I wrote them as I was putting them in the palette. But here's our first blue. Which is pretty. So the painting that I'm gonna do today, I did a quick sketch of just a girl holding some flowers, and let's see, it's pretty. So I've tried a bunch of like bright colors in some of the paintings I've done so far, and I wanted to try doing some more muted things like with the hair and stuff like that. But so far I'm enjoying, oh, I love that color so much. I'm enjoying these paints. I like the way that they blend into each other. I love how clear they are. The colors are very gorgeous and very saturated, but you can still get transparent washes. I'm curious to hear your experience with this brand if you have tried it. I'm running out of room. Let's see, put some green here. I have used the greens and blues the most. I might do some blonde hair so I can use the yellows. I haven't decided what color I want her dress. That green is a gorgeous green. I like these greens over here. This one is pretty. I'm trying to find a spot to put these. I haven't used the browns a whole lot. There are several shades. That one is umber. I think we've got like a burnt umber. And we've got Mars brown, which I've never used a Mars brown before. Yeah, it's actually interesting because I have actually more colors in this brand than I do in my Daniel Smiths, which I use exclusively for my commission. So this is actually the brand I have the most professional colors in, which is interesting. So I don't know, I will have to test these out a lot in personal work to determine whether I would want to use these on a commission. I'm not just going to use them without testing them out thoroughly first. Color is that one? That's beautiful. Oh, Payne's gray, that's why. Pretty Payne's gray. Okay, so there's a page just full of a bunch of color. Highlights of what I think so far: they re-wet easily, which I love. Tons and tons of paint here. Colors are vibrant and they seem to blend into each other pretty well. So let's actually paint something. And I'm gonna put this to the side. It's dripping wet. Here, let's actually, I'm gonna fold that color in, let it do that. And here is a dried painting that I did, let's see, last night. But let's go ahead and paint this. I don't know what colors yet. Can you help me decide what colors? I wish you could. I wish you could tell me as I'm painting what you would want to see. But some flowers. I have a little girl in a dress and her hair is in a French braid. I want to start, oh, I forgot. I need to use this brush. Okay, so I want to start with the hair, and I'm going to start wet on wet. So I'm taking clean water right now, and I'm just going to go over all of her hair, and I'm going to start with my lightest value. So I'm going to do blonde hair. So I don't know what yellows these are, like what the names of the yellows are. Let's see, we've got Cad Lemon, we have Lemon, Cad Yellow, Medium. Cad Yellow, Medium is my favorite in my Daniel Smith, so I'm gonna try that and compare it. I need somewhere to mix. I need a palette. I'm gonna water this down, and I'm just gonna go lightly over the hair. So we'll come in with the darker shadows later, but I just want to start off there. I don't know what color I want her dress. I really like I think this is the cerulean blue. I think that's really, really gorgeous. Oh, when did I get purple on this? And I don't know. Let's actually, I'm gonna mix a little bit of skin tone here. So I've got my yellow. Let's take whatever this red is here. A little bit of red, and then a touch of this primary looking blue here. Just a tiny bit more. Okay. All right, so this is a very watery mix. So they seem to be transparent enough to do very nice light washes. A little bit of that water up. Go over the arms just a little bit. Dress. What color? This cerulean's just calling out to me. It's just so pretty. So I'm gonna take this, and I like to start off really light so I can preserve any highlights that I might want. Bleeding into the skin tone a little bit, but that's okay. Rinse off my brush and then go over this. Okay, pretty. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing. I have it kind of bright. Okay. All right. I don't know if I want to like have any pattern on this at all. What color should the skirt be? And I'm going to take just some clean water and this on the skirt. I've got buttons going down the skirt. And there's a bow right here too. So I think I want to take, I think this one's, nope, not that one, this one. I think this is an indigo. So I have some indigo on my brush and I'm just going to sweep this down the back of the skirt. I didn't mention what kind of paper this is. This is from Jerry's Artorama. What is the name of the brand? New York Central, I believe, is the name of the brand. And this is the 100% cotton watercolor paper. It has quite a big texture to it, actually. So this brush so far, I'm liking. It's a little bit floppier than I'm used to, but I'm kind of liking it. It comes to a very nice point, which is good. I think I'm gonna leave the skirt there for the first layer. The bow got kind of covered up, but that's okay. I'm gonna probably go in and just make the bow indigo too. I think we're gonna go back up to the hair because it might have a little bit of dampness to it. Okay, I'm gonna take whatever this is. Very scientific here. A little bit of the cad yellow, kind of warm this up. Tapping my brush on the paper towel. And we're gonna start adding in some shadows to this hair. So far, these colors are also lifting nicely when I need them to lift. They are performing just like beautiful professional paints. All right, so I think I want to move to the flowers next. Let's bring in some more different. Bring in some other colors here. Let's see here. What colors do I want these flowers? They're kind of tulip-ish flowers. So let's bring in some, I'll do some pink, a little bit of yellow into that. Okay. All right, so I've got this. I want to try the white. I don't use white a ton, but I do want to see how this performs. So let's add in some white into this pink mixture here. I want it a little bit more peachy, so let's get a little bit more yellow. That's perfect. Okay. Take a little bit of this and do my first little wash on these flowers. Right, and I want there to be some variation in color in these flowers. I don't want them all to be the exact same color, so I'm just going to take that same starting color and add a little bit of, whoops, I turned that pan completely upside down. Oh, come on. Okay, well, this is Quin Violet. Just add that to that mixture, and that makes a beautiful color. Oh, that's pretty. So I'm kind of doing the outline bits first on these flowers, and then I'm going to be going in and doing the light wash second. I know that's a little backwards from the way I normally paint, but these flowers are so small. And I just wanted to go ahead and get the outline going on them. Okay, so I'm going to speed through the rest of this process so that this video is not forever long, and then I'll come back and give you my final initial thoughts on these paints. So here is the finished painting, and just a few quick words on these paints. One, I actually think this is a very, very good value, which I feel like I've kind of already mentioned before just because of how much I've talked about how much paint is in here. Two, they perform really, really well. I had no complaints in using these paints. I think this is a very good set. I do think, however, I would recommend you getting a smaller set of White Nights paint. You won't spend as much, and you don't need this much paint. You don't need this many colors unless you just really, really want them. But overall, I am very impressed with White Nights paints, and I am excited to continue using them. You know how you're done with the painting, but then you can't stop adding more details? Yeah, that's how I am. Very impressed with these paints, and I am curious to know your thoughts in the comments below. But that is gonna wrap it up for this video. Please let me know what you want to see next. If there is a certain paint that you're curious about, or if there's any kind of painting or art challenge you want to see Kylie and I do, just let me know in the comments below. But if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see our future videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And we will see you guys next time. Bye. My final initial. Like, how else do you say that? And there are quite a few. Oh no, where was this one? I don't know where this one was. I think it's here. Microphone stand and microphone. Getting very cumbersome. Okay. Hope it up, hope it up, hope it up. I don't know why that song's in my head. I'm good over here. It's all good. All good. I don't think that I don't think that these, wow, I don't know how I'm trying to say this. This amount of colors, man, my brain right now. Stop. Oh, I forgot to tell you what I thought of the brush. I kind of told you. The end.